What have you got to say for yourself?
Wow.
I couldn't believe it.
We can't still. Unbelievable. We took out his rear drive, but we bent our blade. Would you believe we bent our lovely blade?
We need that blade.
We've got another.
We had our blade spinning, and they had their blade spinning, and the two met, and there was a big bang. And
I heard that.
something went wrong with us, but...
You are through. One more fight, team. One more fight. I'm going to take you to the pits right now, and I'm going to help you work on that robot. Let's go.
What a stunner. Pussycat through Hypno-disc, eliminated. Next up, Chaos 2, the reigning champions against Stinger. Will we have another surprise? What on earth happened to those Hypno-disc boys?
Team, talk me through the damage.
Well, what happened when we were in Shunt's PPZ, his axe went into the disc about here, and the speed of this actually brought his axe into the robot and damaged the gearbox and the rest of the drivetrain back into the machine.
So you sort of destroyed yourselves, really?
In a way, yeah.
And are you going to be ready for the playoff?
I don't think so. There's about 2 days repairs to do there, so we're not going to manage it.
So it's 4th place. That's still an amazing achievement.
Yeah, we're very happy with that.
Good. One thing we've got to do, though.
In the bin.
The Stinger team looking pensive. You've had a wonderful history. We've seen the battles that got you here. What do you think is your strength?
Well,
Why are you here?
It's a really strong robot. Nobody seems to be able to touch it. And we got a weapon that hits.
It does too, doesn't it? Now, you're seeded number 30. You've done incredibly well to get here. But now you're up against the number 1 seed. That's got to be pretty nerve-wracking.
Well, he's only got a flipper.
He says that now, doesn't he? He's only got a flipper. He says it now. So what will your tactic be?
We're going to drive straight up, over the flipper, sit on top and thump it in the back.
Excellent.
Yeah, and avoid getting thrown out of the arena.
Exactly, that's the key thing with Chaos 2, isn't it? And you had some fighting talk you'd like to deliver?
Yeah, it's death or glory time. No surrender, no retreat. We're going for it.
Yes, let's get him in the arena. The Chaos 2 team, the reigning Robot Wars champions. You're here again.
We are.
How does it feel?
Brilliant, great fun.
Yeah?
Having a terrific time.
You never get nervous though, do you?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Have you faced a robot like this before?
Yeah, not quite like this, no. No, this will go both ways up. It's got a very nasty weapon that swings around quite quickly.
It's difficult. And if you're going to toss it out of the arena like you've done, how many times in this wars?
Twice, and hit the camera with another one.
Come on.
From Lincoln, seed number 30, Stinger.
Because of 18 miles an hour top speeds, no one can tag these underdogs. The thumping on the back will come from the pendulum-like swinging axe. Can Chaos 2 penetrate those motors mounted in the wheels?
From Ipswich, seed number 1 and reigning champion, Chaos 2.
Would you believe the champ spent just £250 to build this? Lawnmower motors provide the drive, liquid CO2 from a fire extinguisher provides the power behind the most effective flipper we've seen in these wars.
Robotwars, stand by.
There's the Stinger from Lincoln. Tim Mann there on the left had the boast of victory. Lyle Skinner and Kevin Scott, his teammates, Chaos 2, with George Francis ever ready at the controls, Ian and Richard Swan, with Richard just 9 years of age. For a place in the grand final against Pussycat. Chaos 2 lining up the flipper immediately to get in underneath the back axle of Stinger. But that won't worry Stinger. Can bounce, spin and come down. Look at the bounce of those customised motorbike wheels. Little damage. You have to get Stinger towards the arena wall, Chaos 2, and get him out of the arena. And also dodge that swinging pendulum axe type mace. Bang and crash. Bash! There's George Francis at the controls of Chaos 2. Little Richard from Castle Hill Junior School alongside him, and another attack on Stinger. The flipper rises, settles into its mounting. Chaos 2 hops and skips. A little bit of a jump, turns. Stinger also spins. Oh, and there's the power of the weapon. Did you see crashing on the side there of Chaos 2? At the moment, though, polycarbonate and aluminium strong enough, but they've got into a CPZ. That's tough. And I think they might have sustained damage. Have a look at this again. As they go into Stinger here, look, the backplate comes off. That's what Kevin Scott said he'd do. Knock the backplate off, and George Francis now knows that the very innards of Chaos 2 are vulnerable and exposed. They went into the CPZ, which wasn't good control, and also they've left themselves now vulnerable to attack. Surely not another major surprise here. Are both the favourites, the seeds, to crash out? Chaos 2 has a lot of work to do, because if this goes to the judges, they will mark on damage, style, control and aggression, and Stinger, very aggressive. Of course the damage. Chaos 2 needs to get in under and have a couple of flips. Again, I wonder how many machines in future wars will copycat the design of Stinger. Chaos 2 has bashed it into the CPZ, and now Dead Metal momentarily had Stinger in its claws. Away goes Stinger. Look at this. This is a good drive here by Chaos 2. Digging in deep. Stinger flicked up into the CPZ. Dead Metal had control. Chaos 2 tried to roll them both out of the arena, and Stinger dug deep with the mace itself. Lives to fight again. Spin Stinger. This is going to be close. I just wonder whether that damage you can see there could be telling as it goes to the judges to decide who leads Pussycat in the grand final of Robot Wars.
Well. What a fantastic battle. Of course, it's going to go to our judges. I wouldn't want to make the decision.
Very tight, wasn't it, Craig? We don't have to make the decision. These boffins do. I can't call it. Chaos 2 starting strongly. Aggressive. Point score. But then sustaining damage there. Stinger suddenly on top. Only for Chaos 2 to finish the stronger. This is very, very close.
You've never had a judge's decision before with your robot, have you?
Very nerve-wracking.
It is nerve-wracking, isn't it? Very tense, sweaty palms. Are you nervous? The judges went with aggression. Both you equal. Style. Both you equal. Damage. Both you equal. On quality of control, the judges have gone for Chaos 2! Guys, what a valiant effort.
It was a tough call.
It was a tough call. The judges took ages making up their minds. But you've done it ever so well. You got so far. Your robot, I thought, was virtually unbeatable unless you could get it out of the ring. And that's what Chaos 2 was trying to do, but it couldn't achieve it. And you're quite tenacious.
We wiggled, we struggled.
You're a slippery set of customers. Have you enjoyed it?
Oh, it's been fantastic.
You're not too disappointed?
We did it for all the Roboteers, all the engineers, all the modellers in Lincoln. Lincoln!
There you go. Big up the Lincoln posse. Well, you're not going to get to face Pussycat in the final, but you've done very well getting this far. Let's hear it for the Stinger posse! Oh.
Close. Don't get much closer than that.
In the 2 wars you've had, you've never had a judge's decision before. That's how sort of awesome your robot's been, but that one was down to the wire, wasn't it?
We made our match there, yeah.
What about Pussycat, then?
It's going to be another close one. It really is.
It's a big robot. It's got a really vicious blade on it as well.
Yeah, again, it works both ways up.
What do you think, young man?
I didn't really expect us to come this far.
You didn't really expect to come this far this time?
No. We
Well,
got
as
there.
I said, no champion's ever retained his championship. You're one fight away from Robo Glory. Let's hear it for Chaos 2!
Oh, well.
Tears in the gears.
Yeah, well, it had to happen sooner or later, didn't it?
Now, what was going through your mind when you were waiting for that judge's decision?
It was so close. You couldn't imagine which way it was going to go. We thought we'd win on damage because their back plate came off.
And you planned to do that, didn't you?
We did, that was the plan. Yeah, get over the back of him, smash his back plate
So that was good control. What do you think went against you in the judges' minds?
Control, as they said.
Just a little bit more practice on the driving. He's been doing it for a couple of years, and we've been doing it for one.
You've done incredibly well. You've secured 3rd place for yourselves, because Hypno-disc aren't here for the playoffs. I mean, it's such an achievement. How do you feel after all that work?
Absolutely on a high.
Yeah.
We're well above cloud 10 and still going.
Yes! And you'll be back for more, we hope.
You bet we will.
I must say, it's lovely to see this team doing some work.
Yeah, we got a bit of a dusting that time.
You know you've got 1st or 2nd place. Would you be unhappy with 2nd?
No, we've had a great time. It's terrific, but I really want the title again.
George, no Roboteer has ever successfully defended the title. You have a chance. Stinger out, so Chaos 2, the reigning champions, through to our grand final. They will meet the underdogs Pussycat, and this for the title. Fourth Wars Grand Champions.